Thanks for joining us. On this travel tips video, I get to speak to our kids about our recent trip to Cartagena, Colombia. They're going to tell us what they liked, what they didn't like, what they learned, and why you should consider taking your family on a trip to Cartagena, Colombia. Stay tuned.
We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
Hi everyone, this is Jackie from Smith Family Travels, and this is
Malachi,
Kana,
and Keenan. We just got back from Colombia a couple of weeks ago. I thought that we would just do a quick video on, what we liked, what we learned, and why we would go back, because we'll definitely go back to Colombia. We were actually supposed to go to Amalfi Coast, and I was planning that trip, and then Patrick came home and said, Jackie, he called me from work and said, change in plans. One of my coworkers just came back from Colombia, and she showed me pictures and videos, and she really loved it, and she suggests that we go, and I'm like, we're not going to Colombia. So, after he told me where she was in Cartagena, which is like a port city in Colombia, and I started to do research. I was like, this place is beautiful. Once we started watching videos together and, watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I started sending the videos to them through WhatsApp, we were all getting pretty excited to go. Malachi, Kana, what did you like, dislike? What did you find interesting?
Yeah,
okay.
I would like to say I really liked Colombia. It was a very interesting trip. I didn't think we would ever go to Colombia because of Narcos, which is my favorite show. We really liked how friendly the locals were. I really liked how accepting they are of tourists and everything.
Italia.
¿Dónde está la Venecia?
Oh, Venecia. We've been to
Sí, Venecia.
Valencia?
Venice.
Venice.
Venecia, yes.
No fuiste a Santorini.
Santorini,
yes.
yes. Beautiful.
We would walk down the street, everybody would say hi, even the people that were trying to sell us stuff, they would ask us like, oh, where you guys from? Or trying to have the conversations with us, even though they're selling us souvenirs and hats and everything. And yeah, it was a really good trip. I really liked also the beach area. They had a lot of nice food places to eat on the beach with like nice seafood and everything, like fresh fish, shrimp, coconut rice and everything.
Are you talking about Playa Blanca?
Yeah,
Playa Blanca. So Playa Blanca is about a 45-minute drive from Cartagena, and it is beautiful. What did you think of Playa Blanca?
It was great. I loved there were some dogs on the beach running around, and everything was very quiet and nice. One of my favorite parts was the food, about like just the whole country, the food that was there. I never thought I would eat coconut rice because I hate coconuts, don't like the taste of it at all.
Yeah, I hate coconuts.
And I think I had it maybe 5 or 6 times. Just gulping it down, and the shrimp was amazing.
The seafood was really, really good.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed it. We went to this one restaurant, El Boni. We went like 6 times? Yeah, we went like 6 times.
And ordered the same thing.
Yeah,
over and
their
over.
fried fish, and then their plantain, and then their coconut rice was so good. And it's a restaurant right on the beach, and the food was, we went there 6 times, so the food was really, really good.
That's not a regular plantain, it's like big old.
Yeah, Grandma.
Like this size.
Grandma was saying that they take it and they cut it and then they smush it down and then they fry it.
Yeah, and we heard so many times, oh, my people, my people.
Same color.
Same color. Because we're very used to going to places and we're the only black family traveling at that particular time. And so I guess the vendors aren't used to seeing a lot of black families travel. And so many of them were like, oh, my people, my color.
That's always right.
Yep, exactly. So that was pretty funny. I was afraid of security. And when we got there, I didn't feel scared or see anything that was sketchy. That was sketchy. Yeah, that was sketchy.
Everything was good. We were in good areas too, but like I didn't feel comfortable at all. walking on the street or anything. Like we were good. Even when we didn't have a tour guide, like, we were good. Nothing, no problems.
And our apartment building, which was great, we had rented an Airbnb and it was right on the beach. The security at the in the lobby, they took our passports and took photographs of our passports, but then they took pictures of us, each of us. And then, you know, when you go to a resort and they give you like a bracelet, an access bracelet, we had to wear that throughout our time staying in that apartment. So security was pretty tight, but everywhere you go there's a lot of people around and you don't really feel like, oh, I shouldn't be in this area.
Yeah, everything was pretty safe.
One thing that you would have to get used to when you're in Cartagena are the people trying to sell you things. So we've been in countries, I would say maybe Dubai, where it was as I don't want to say aggressive, but there were a lot of people trying to sell you things. It's kind of pushy and like getting into your face and putting the hat on you, walking up and just kind of taking your hat off and putting their hat on you, the hat that they're trying to sell. Yeah, that was
A lot.
Yeah, you really had to get used to that anywhere you were. Like if you were sitting down waiting on a bus or a taxi, people would be trying to sell you something. They would, you know, take your arm and start massaging it, wanting to give you a massage or sell you a hat or a watch or whatever.
Wallet.
Or a wallet, yes. So that was
Cartagena, Colombia
What?
hat as well.
yes.
That's what me and Daddy and Grandma got.
Yeah, you got a
Yeah.
Cartagena hat?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people trying to sell you stuff at the same time, but as long as they always catch you if you start looking at it like too long. Like you want to buy it, which is what they do.
Don't show too
So,
much interest.
Don't, like, you know what I mean? If you're not gonna buy anything, don't show them interest in what they're selling, like, or they'll just keep trying. Like, if you don't want to buy it, just say no thanks and then walk away or do whatever you're doing. They'll leave you alone
Ignore.
eventually. But like, some people, they look a little too long and then they think that they want to buy something and then they keep trying, right? So it's not that bad, like, but it's something you have to get used to.
If you don't want, say no gracias or ignore them and walk away. If you want to buy it, ask your mom or dad.
There you go. Good tip, Keenan. One thing that I found was really interesting is the history of Cartagena. So we didn't know very much besides, you know, watching YouTube videos about the city before we went. We went on a walking tour, two walking tours, and one thing they did talk about was the history of slavery in Cartagena. So it's a port city, so of course ships come in. So it was the ideal place to bring in slaves from Africa and to, you know, not only leave them in Colombia, but bring them to other parts of South America, other parts of the Spanish kingdom. And they didn't shy away from that past. It was very good information, a good learning experience, you know, to stand somewhere in a square and for to be told that, you know, this was where, you know, the slaves were brought. Also, you'll find around that area is La Palanqueras. You know those women who gave us the fruit?
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Who did it?
So we wanted like maybe just a couple slices of watermelon, and they're like, here's a plate to everyone, and then they cut up about 6 fruits, 6 whole fruits, and giving us all food. We're just like, okay. They're like, here, more. Just kept giving us food, and then it's like, oh wait, how much does this cost?
There's no way getting out of it. 'Cause
they cut up
before
a bunch
when they're cutting the fruit and you ask them what the price is, they'll keep cutting the fruit, and it's like, what?
It's just like create chaos until we're done, and then here, let me give you a price.
They got us though. They didn't tell us the price until after we all had full bowls.
Yeah.
And then we were like,
4 full bowls.
we're like, okay. And then, but it was good fruit. But like, ask the price. Don't even take the bowl until you ask the price.
4 bowls of fruit ended up costing us the equivalent of $7 Canadian each. So we spent each. So we spent the equivalent of $28 on the 4 bowls of fruit. So La Palanqueras is a group of people from Palanqueras, which is a town around Cartagena, just outside of Cartagena. and it was the first free slave town in that region. And so those people are called La Palenquera. They come to the city to sell fruits or their, you know, their paintings and things like that. And so yeah, they have a very deep, rich history in Colombia.
At the beach, we were playing alley.
As long as there's a beach and water, Keenan is good. Even pool water, it was good. And our apartment had a pool on the rooftop.
It was too windy.
It was so windy, but we had to take him there anyway, and he had a great time, eh?
I really liked also the free walking tours. They're very informative and they're free, which is great. And they walk you around all the city and everything. So I think they do it every day at like certain times. And we got to see more of the city that way because on our own we probably would have got lost.
Yeah,
We got lost in other places before.
I agree.
I got lost in other places before.
I didn't though. I lead them back and then everyone kind of
Yeah, the walking tour is
she's a good
every single time. But one of the things is always pay your free tour guides. Always give them a tip. It's so they give you so much information and so much knowledge on the city that you're touring, and you're in large groups and they're doing it for free. Always give them a tip. What they're giving you is knowledge, and I think that is worth something.
I absolutely agree. We went during the Easter long weekend, and you know, Colombia is a very Catholic country, so I thought things were going to be closed, and so I thought, you know, it's going to be a very relaxing time until Easter Monday. I know that they have Easter week off. I thought, you know, Easter's a very solemn time, especially Good Friday. A lot of things going to be closed. It's going to be quiet. I couldn't believe how crazy busy the beach was, going with music. Happy Good Friday from Cartagena, Colombia. They're having a party at the beach. All the locals were out enjoying themselves, and yeah, there was a lot of activity during Easter long weekend, so there was no worry about finding a store or a restaurant or a grocery store to go to. Everything was open. You know, as you go anywhere, just be aware of your surroundings. As we said, we didn't have any issues. We were out at night as well, and you know, taxis are in abundance. We had to take 2 taxis because there were the 6 of us. My mother-in-law came as well, and so getting 2 taxis on any street corner, it wasn't an issue. Like, I mean, there are taxis.
It's like New York.
Yeah, it's like, and they're yellow taxis too. There are taxis everywhere, and they're cheap. Would you recommend people to go to Cartagena, Colombia? Yeah?
I would as well.
That's our recap of Cartagena, Colombia. We loved it. We would definitely go back, and we highly recommend for you and your family to go. So we will post the video of our trip in a few weeks, but we just wanted to do a bit of a why we loved Colombia. So thanks guys for taking the time out of your busy schedules to spend some time with mommy. And they can't see you, Keenan.
And it was totally worth it to go to Cartagena, Colombia.
Until next time, this is the Smith family saying happy travels to you and yours. If you hear the noise, Keenan is getting himself a drink, so. What are you doing?
He's taking out the entire thing.
You have to put that in the video. You have to.
No. Don't you ever take out a scissors.
I'm the Bluetooth family. Sorry.
So we just wanted to take some time, do a little recap of, you know I'm recording, right?
Ow!
Will you laugh like that?
No! And they always want us to take all your money to pay tax because you want to pay tax.
To pay tax.
And because